Here we have to access users city safely. We have user object with address city property, but user to object doesn't have that address or city property, so if we try to access it will throw error. Let's try to access like const city user to dot address dot city, then it will throw error. Let's see. As you can see, cannot read property of undefined. So here this user to dot address will be undefined, and we are trying to access that city property in undefined, so that's why it's throw error. So let's see user to dot address if we try to access that inside this object. What is user to dot address? So we have to console.log this city that will be undefined, and we're trying to access this city from undefined, that's why it throw error. So how can we safely access without getting error? So there is something called as a optional chaining. So that will be looks like this question mark. So we know that we like if we know that uh, we don't have that property, or that property will be undefined or null, then we can use this optional chain. So we already know that that value here, that property address is not here inside object, so it will return undefined. So when we know that that property will be undefined, missing or null, then we can use this optional chain on that property, then we can try to access this property, so it won't throw error, it will return undefined. So let's try to run this. As you can see, undefined. If we use without optional chain, it will throw error. As you can see, cannot read property of undefined. So we have to create one function something like that. For user 1 it's written this city name, and for user 2 it says city is not available. So let's create one function, get user city function, and let's pass the data. User 1 it will be user, and let's try to access const city. So let's try to handle from here. If user is not provided, that will be also become undefined. So let's use here a user optional chain, then we can try to access address. So if there is no address property, then also become like undefined. So let's use here also optional chaining, and let's use this city. So now we can access safely city without getting any error. And let's try to return this city. So here if there is no city if no city available, then it should return this string city not available. So here we can use optional chaining, not optional, ternary operator, city, then this string. If this is true, then return this city. If this is false, then return this string. So let's try to log this for user 1 and user 2. For user 1 it will be city. You can see in the output. What is the issue? And why it's for user 2, you can see city is not available. So this is how you can safely access the user property without getting error. You have to remember our property is missing null or undefined, then we are trying to access that property on null or undefined, then it will throw error. So we have to use before that, yes, that property may be undefined or null, or maybe that will be missing, so we can use that optional chaining for that property before dot. So if you have any question about this exercise, you can ask me in the comment section. So thank you.